Yo, what's going on, y'all? This is Marcus Rosa, aka Mazuma TV, back at y'all with some more boxing talk, man. I hope everybody's having a blessed, beautiful, positive, productive night. I hope you had a great day overall, man. I'm back at y'all with some more boxing talk. We're going to be speaking about Devin Haney stating that he's ready for whoever after. I did not mean to write that. After Norman. Then, of course, we're going to be speaking about Keyshawn Davis being ranked #1 for Shakur Stevenson's belt. And then we're going to get into some open boxing topics. You know what I'm saying? But before we get into all of that, we could please hit the like button on the way in. That'd be very much appreciated. We on the road to 4K. We well into the 3,500 mark. Looking to crack that 3,600 mark in due time. Shout out to the nation and the mob for making this possible. All right, y'all. What's going on? What's going on? How we feeling? How we feeling? How we feeling? Ooh, Marissa said, hey, Mark, today was my birthday. Happy birthday to Marissa, one of the biggest supporters of the channel. We love and appreciate everything that you contribute over here to Mazuma TV. Thank you very much for coming through and always showing positivity and love. You know what I'm saying? You always got a friend in me, and God willing, we'll be able to meet each other and really say that we came across each other in life. You're a beautiful person, Marissa. Don't you ever forget that. And we're always here to show you support. That's the little sis of the channel for those of y'all who don't know. So everybody that's in the building so far, y'all can go ahead and wish Marissa a happy birthday. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my boy Justin Jackson in the building. What's going on? How old you turning, Marissa? We just spoke earlier, too. You ain't even tell me. Slime, what up? Calico, what up? You turned 18. Oh, that's a huge milestone, Marissa. That's a huge milestone. Congratulations. That's a beautiful time in life, man. That's when you start getting into your young adulthood. That's when you start getting into the college phase of life. You graduate in high school. It's a lot of good things going on out here. Don't mind Slime. He's a fool. Don't pay him no mind. He troll on a regular basis, Mercer. You should know that by now. But yeah, happy birthday. Happy 18th birthday to Marissa. I got 10 years on it. God damn. Just got some further news. I guess it was just being put out there as I was putting the live together. You know what I mean? I started putting the live together late because I was caught up with some things. You know what I'm saying? I laid down with my son and kind of lost track of time. So I'm seeing right here, according to Chris Mannix, that 140-pound title holder Shakur Stevenson is finalizing a deal with Zuffa Boxing. Stevenson set the joint Conor Benn as the most high-profile names in the Zuffa stable. This is crazy, y'all. Zuffa is locking in these fighters, man. It's not official yet. It's probably just a rumor, probably not true. But man, if they lock in Shakur Stevenson, it's only going to be up from here, man. They must be providing an extraordinary bag. An extraordinary bag if they locking in fighters like Shakur Stevenson. Shakur Stevenson, when he was with Top Rank and shit, he was getting $3 million a fight. So I can only imagine how much Zuffa's offering if they're making him consider leaving free agency. Oh man, this shit is crazy. This is huge news right here if it comes out to be true. Insane. Of course, we're gonna be speaking about Fabio Worley, Daniel Dubois. We're gonna be getting into our final predictions as well. And I just needed to put a title together, man, because for real, I don't know where this live gonna go. Yeah, I mean, Xander and Boots a little quiet right now. They in training camp doing what they do. I seen Jerron Ennis had dropped the interview with Akin Barak. Solid interview. But that interview did expose a little bit about both of them dudes, to be honest with you. I mean, I was talking about it in the group chat. If y'all know, y'all know. But yeah. But yeah, this is some big news, man. If they lock in Shakur Stevenson, and they already saying that Devin Haney just signed a huge deal, and a lot of people are speculating that it may be Zuffa that he signed with. If they sign Devin and Shakur back to back, it's gonna be real dark out here in these streets, man. It's gonna be real dark in these streets, man. That's gonna make a lot of people. That's gonna be a power move for Zuffa because a lot of these fighters are followers. You know what I mean? A lot of these followers are influenced by the top guys. You know what I'm saying? So these young guys right now, they looking up the Shakurs, the Devs, the Boots, the Ryans, the Tiafimos and shit like that. So if they see these guys all making the same move, everybody's gonna be like, oh well, I want to go over there. You know what I'm saying? So this could be an absolute power move from Zuffa Boxing. And one thing I learned, I don't know if Tio's telling the truth because he is a fucking liar, but he said that Turki Al-Sheikh owns 60% of Zuffa Boxing. So don't be surprised if a lot of these dudes who are heavily associated with Turki or have fought with Turki a lot in the past go ahead and sign with Zuffa because basically that's them signing with Turki. You feel what I'm saying? So don't be surprised, man. They're in this phase right now where, they overpaying people to establish themselves in the sport. So, you know what I mean? They got to be given bags out here that they're not going to see anywhere else that they cannot refuse. So get it while the getting's good. You know what I'm saying? Anonymous said Aleem fumbled the bag too. Yeah, that was that caught me off guard. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. Raeese Aleem, unfortunately the fight had been called off between him and Angelo Leo. That was a fight I was looking forward to, in all honesty, because I seen Angelo Leo on his come up. I seen Raeese Aleem on his come up as well. So when I seen both of these guys, facing each other, I'm like, oh, this is a pretty solid fight. I like this fight right here. Finally, Raeese Aleem, after all of that chasing, at 126 pounds, he's finally able to get an opportunity. And the moment that he gets an opportunity, he misses weight. What was it, about 2+ pounds? And I seen that he had came back and he attempted to weigh in again, and he was at 128 pounds. But I guess Angelo Leo and his team wasn't going for it. They wasn't fucking with what was going on. You know what I'm saying? And I kind of understand their frustrations. You know what I mean? I understand Angelo Leo and his team's frustrations because, like, man, we don't worked our ass off to get this motherfucking weight off, and you over here playing. You over here trying to have some type of advantage. You know what I'm saying? Because nowadays, these motherfuckers ain't missing weights. There's times where fighters ain't missing weight because they truly struggling to get down. A lot of these dudes is missing weight so they can have an advantage in the rehydration process, and that's not cool at all. You feel what I'm saying? So, Raeese Aleem, he should be embarrassed. He should be ashamed of himself. And, Raeese Aleem already isn't a big name as it is. And you were given this opportunity. So it's going to be really hard to get another world title opportunity when you're not a big name, you're not a big draw, and nobody's really asking to see you fight. This was your opportunity to make yourself somebody. This was the opportunity to become a world champion and give fans no choice but to recognize you and speak about you. You know what I'm saying? One opportunity you finally get. I know he was just around for a minute trying to get a fight. He was Mark Carter. He was trying to get a fight. He wanted those big fucking fights and could never get them for whatever reason. And Raeese Aleem was fighting good too. He was having some solid performances and shit like that. And absolutely fumbled. Absolutely fumbled. Maybe the only opportunity he'll be given in his career is going to be hard. You said I'm lagging out? Shit, hold on. Let me see what's going on. Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? Sound clear on my end, boss. Let me know how y'all hear it. How y'all hearing it in the chat? Sound clear on my end, boss. Oh, okay. Let me know how y'all hear it. Just keep me updated in the chat, y'all. My neighborhood has been having issues with the Wi-Fi networks for whatever reason, inconsistent throughout the last couple of days. But I mean, y'all just let me know. We got 10 people in the building. I'm highly appreciative of everybody that's coming through and showing love. You know what I'm saying? Y'all go ahead and hit the likes. Let me see where the likes is at right now. Let me see where the likes is at right now, yo. 6 likes? No, come on. We got to get them up, man. We got to get them up, man. Melania says she hear me. All right, man. So, Joe Quinn, salute. Melania, it's Marissa's birthday today. She turned in the big 18. No, yeah, but I did see that Atif is fighting. You know what I'm saying? I seen that he came in at like 178 pounds. Why it was at a catch weight? Probably gonna assume it's because Carlos Gongora, is coming off of a layoff and shit like that. Maybe it was because of Atif. I don't know. But he came in 178. Carlos Gongora came in 174. So that kind of makes me believe. Oh, you told her happy birthday already? Damn. You told her happy birthday before I did. That's crazy. I feel like shit now. But anyways, if he's coming in 178 and Carlos Gongora came in at 174, maybe Atif last minute probably had trouble cutting the weight. So they just asked for the weight to be a little higher. I don't know. But regardless, I didn't hear about anybody missing weight besides Raeese Aleem. So yeah, he's definitely the motherfucking what Charlemagne said, motherfucker's a donkey of the day. Absolutely. The dumbass of the day. Cause I heard about Raeese Aleem and Angela Leo fighting for a while now. I've been heard about that fight being announced. You know what I'm saying? So let me see when they announce that fight. That shit was announced March. That shit was announced March 24th. That shit was announced March 24th. So let's take a look at the calendar. March 24th. You know what I'm saying? So we're in May. So March 24th, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You had 6 weeks, man. You had 6 weeks and some change. Ain't nobody trying to hear that shit, bro. If you can't make weight within within 6 weeks, you're not a professional, bro. You cutting corners. You're not doing what the fuck you need to do. You know what I mean? You should be ashamed of yourself, man. And I've heard of situations why people have missed weight, having like a scale that's, not calibrated and shit like that. Bro, it's no excuse, man. It really ain't. What? Aleem called himself the Black Charlie Kirk. Why the fuck would he do that? Why is he the Black Charlie Kirk? He ain't say that. What? You making this shit up? Get the fuck out of here. He said that? What does that even mean? What does that mean? You're the Black Charlie Kirk. Like, what you debate niggas? Like, what the fuck? Like, nah, don't tell me you one of them niggas, bro. Don't tell me you one of them niggas, bro. I gotta hear that. I got it. That shit just threw me off. I ain't gonna lie to you. What, yo? Hold on. I'm about to look into this right now. I don't say nothing. I don't know. But regardless, he seemed drunk when he said that. Oh, so you just out here drinking and you know what, man? Fuck Raeese Aleem, bro. Fuck Raeese Aleem. How about that? Ain't nobody trying to hear about his goofy ass no more. We already ain't fuck with you to begin with, nigga. But now, you know what I mean? You out here, what, drinking? Oh, this what this nigga doing. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this goofy ass. Hold on. Yeah, I just came across this. Hold up. I just seen this on his page. Hold on. Look at this nigga.
Fuck.
Drunk. Just off that first word. Fuck. All slurring over his words and shit. This motherfucker got a cigar in his hand. So you drinking, you smoking.
R.I.P. to Charlie Kirk. I mean, like, for real, these left fucking lunatics.
What?
They are the true threat to democracy. Because Republicans, conservatives, we don't shoot, we don't kill, we don't throw rocks. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the fucking left. These left.
Oh my God, bro. I can't, bro. I be hating these dumbass political conversations. Like I can't stand that shit, bro. He's a far left. He's a far right. He's a liberal. Oh, he's a conservative. Oh, he's from the far left. Oh, he's a right wing. Man, shut the fuck up. Nah, bro, I can't. I'm sorry. No, I can't. I can't stand them dumbass political conversations and nigga, this boxing, bro. I just seen that you clearly was off something. How the way you was slurring your words and all of that. Then you got a motherfucking cigar in your hand. You already on some nut shit. And then I'm gonna just take y'all word for it. This nigga said that he the black Charlie Kirk. Nigga, you're a fucking clown. How about that? You're a fucking clown. You had a fucking world title shot in front of you and you over here missing weight. And what be killing me is that these dudes be coming in at the weigh-ins and just be like so cool with missing weight. Like, nigga, you should be embarrassed, nigga. You should be embarrassed. Good luck trying to get another opportunity. Good luck trying to get another opportunity, bro. We already ain't fuck with your nut ass anyway. When one time I seen that nigga, bro, he beat up on Marcus Bates and shit. This nigga had like some soggy ass jeans on. Nigga jeans he was stepping over his jeans with his sneaks and shit. Look dirty in the motherfucking niggas cleaned your act up. You know, had you as a top contender in 126. I don't know what happened with Raeese after that shit. Nigga fell off the map or whatever. Somehow, some way, you end up getting an opportunity just for you to fumble this shit, bro. You're a clown, bro. You're a fucking clown, and you 35 years old. You 35 years old, bro. Playing, bro. Fuck out of here, bro. Get Raeese the fuck up out of here. Good luck trying to get another opportunity when you playing around like that, bro. I know Angelo Leo and them, they not going to trust you to make weight or for you to be professional. If they give you another opportunity, you cook. You cook. And I don't know where. Let me see where you rank that in these other sanctioning bodies at 126. You probably gonna lose your ranking just off of that because you was ranked number 1. You ain't ranked nowhere else but the IBF. Like, why do niggas do this shit? If you know that this is your one opportunity, if you know that this is the only sanctioning body that's going to be willing to give you an opportunity, why the fuck would you fumble the bag like that? Check the rankings, y'all. This niggas ain't. The 126 champions, Bruce Carrington, Rafael Espinoza, Brandon Figueroa, Angelo Leo, right? Cool. Raeese Aleem is ranked number 1 in the IBF. Omar Trinidad right behind him. There's a few guys underneath him. But he's literally only ranked in the IBF. I'm looking through. Let me check one more time. Yeah. Understanding that, why the fuck would you fuck that up? They're going to drop him. They're going to drop him from them rankings fast. You playing with their fucking money. You really playing with their money. Goofy ass. You can't trust them niggas that get them lines on both of their eyebrows and shit. I see niggas do the lines with one eyebrow. If you get them with both, you can't trust them niggas. Goofy. Super goofy. But anyways, we ain't gonna dwell talking on his stupid ass. He's a clown. Anonymous says shaking my head is definitely over. Then the IBF is really the only sanctioning body that really follow the ranking system like that. Yeah. Yup. Ain't nobody gonna trust you now. That was your one and only opportunity. Usually when motherfuckers get their first opportunity, they be ready. You know what I'm saying? And then after they get a little comfortable with the belts and shit like that, then they start fucking up. You start fucking up the first opportunity you get. Oh man. Good luck, bro. If you get another opportunity, I'll be shocked. But anyways, man, speaking of rankings, I wanted to bring this shit up because I thought that this was absolutely hilarious. Because I don't know what it is with the WBO, but they don't give a fuck about that brother shit that Shakur and Keyshawn Davis talking about, man. So I had seen something on Twitter about Keyshawn Davis being ranked number 1 in the WBO at 140 pounds for Shakur Stevenson's belt. And when I first saw that, I was like, that gotta be kept. Like, there's no way. Like, they're not doing this again. You feel what I'm saying? Because if y'all remember back at 135 pounds, Keyshawn Davis was ranked number 1 in the WBC for Shakur Stevenson's title prior to him winning the WBO. If y'all remember, y'all remember. And then they were champions at the same time in the same division simultaneously. And, you know, there was a demand for them to fight each other because they were both in the same weight class, had, you know, 2 different belts, 2 out of the 4 major belts. And they were saying that they weren't going to fight each other because they're brothers, right? So Keyshawn Davis was like, yo, I'm going to go up to 140 pounds, especially after he lost his title for missing weight against Edwin De Los Santos, and that whole fight ended up getting scrapped. So he moves up to 140 pounds, chasing Teofimo Lopez, trying to get these big fights, said that he was going to become Teofimo Lopez mandatory to fight him, but not so fast because your big brother, Shakur Stevenson, saw an opportunity to take your work so he could level up in his game, in his stock, in his status as a boxer, as a champion, right? So while you doing all this chasing with Teofimo talking about you got to do something, you got to earn it, blah, 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 Shakur Stevenson mosses you, essentially, for football terms, mosses you, and steals that opportunity from you and make you look absolutely stupid. Now, considering the fact that the WBO and Top Rank are like this, I'm not necessarily shocked that they're giving a top-ranked fighter in Keyshawn Davis a number 1 spot for the WBO title. I'm not shocked at all. You know what I'm saying? But what is crazy to me is Shakur Stevenson said that after he beat Teofimo Lopez, he was going to vacate his WBO title and go back down to 135 pounds. Do y'all remember that? Yes or no? Yes or no? Because I do. And since he's beat Teofimo Lopez, it's been some time now. It's been a couple months at least, right? He has yet to vacate that title. And now Keyshawn Davis is number 1. So now what? Now what? Is Shakur Stevenson gonna vacate that belt? Because if he does, that's gonna make him look like a bitch. What is Keyshawn Davis gonna do? Is he gonna go up to 147 when he hasn't done shit at 140 pounds, in itself? Because that'll make you look like a bitch. So what is it that y'all gonna do, man? Because at this point, I'm seeing tweets from Shakur Stevenson saying little shit like, you know what? Let me not paraphrase. Let me actually pull that up. Man. Shakur says, top spot mine. Get out of the way or I'm going to move you. Okay. I've been told y'all nobody beats me at my best. I'm at my best now and forever I will be until I hang these gloves up for good. And the ones that still hate and keep that shit coming, you just make it worse on the fighters who got to deal with me. Y'all keep me pushing. Now, y'all heard all that shit that Shakur said, right? Because when you hear Shakur say shit like this, you wouldn't know that he be doing the fuck shit that he be doing in the sport of boxing with this whole brotherhood situation, man. So let me go ahead and share. Let's look over these tweets. Let's look over these fucking tweets, bro. Because you start off by saying, top spot mine. Get out of the way or I'm going to move you. Nigga. Does that include Keyshawn Davis? Because I'm sure Keyshawn Davis ain't in this game to be mediocre or to be second to nobody. And if he is, then this nigga ain't no true competitor. He a hoe, and he not anybody that we want representing boxing anyway. So I'm sure Keyshawn Davis, and I've heard Keyshawn Davis say that he's the best in boxing. I've heard this nigga say that he's the best in boxing today. I've heard him say that on multiple occasions. So if you're saying this and Keyshawn Davis is saying this, why do y'all get so upset when niggas ask y'all to fight? I'm going to ask this one more time. If Shakur is out here saying that he's the best fighter in the world, and Keyshawn Davis is out here saying that he's the best fighter in the world, why the fuck is it a problem when fans ask for y'all to fight each other? Because y'all can't do shit like this. Like, y'all niggas can't say, like, that's like the Dudley brothers saying that they the best wrestlers in the world. Bubba Ray and I forgot the other dude's name. Bubba Ray, Dudley, and there was the other one. Whoever know his name, let me know in the comments. But that's like both of them niggas saying that they the best wrestlers in the world. But when the WWE fans tell these niggas, yo, in order for y'all to prove this, y'all got to fight each other. And they be like, oh, no, well, we brothers, man. We always we gonna be on the same team. Y'all niggas full of shit then. Y'all need to shut the fuck up with this best fighter in the world shit then. Just shut the fuck up. Say one of. Don't say the. Nigga. Yeah, man. Like, come on, dog. This shit is like annoying at this point. And I hate to sound redundant. I hate to be repetitive with this whole topic, bro. But I can't help but see this shit because it's in my face 24/7. Pause. I see this shit on a regular. I go through social media, Shakur popping his shit. I'm looking on Keyshawn Davis's vlogs, he popping his shit. This nigga's the best. I'm the best. I'm the best. Can't nobody beat me. Can't nobody beat me. But when it comes to my brother, I'll never fight my brother though. Like, nigga, shut the fuck up. Shut up. Jay said Wilder and Malik Scott. Yeah, they fought each other. Yeah, and they was close friends, and they still close friends to this day. Shout out to them. But this is a little bit different because all respect to Malik Scott, he was never a top heavyweight. He might have been a contender at one point in time, but he was never a top heavyweight. You literally got two top fighters in the sport of boxing today, and Keyshawn Davis, former world champion, and Shakur Stevenson, current world champion at 140 pounds and a pound-for-pound top 5 fighter on a lot of these people's lists. So it's not like These guys are friends, and one guy's on the fucking decline and one guy's on the come up. They're both at the peak of their careers right now. And they keep hooting and hollering about who's the best and who's gonna do this and who's gonna do that, and I'm gonna be the best. I'm gonna be the best fighter. I'm the best fighter in the world. Blah blah blah. But motherfuckers be like, all right, well, you're saying this and you're saying this, so why don't y'all fucking see each other to let us know who's telling the truth and who's a motherfucking lie? But when we do that, oh man, why man, y'all always asking us these questions, man? Man, y'all just want to, why y'all want to see us fight so bad? There's so many other people that we can fight. Because y'all the ones who keep popping it as if y'all better than each other. And we just not gonna take your word for it. You gotta show us that. You feel me? So when I see these dumbass posts from Shakur Stevenson talking about top spot, get out of my way or I'm going to move you. Nigga, Keyshawn Davis got a top spot in the sanctioning body that you currently have a belt with. So are you going to move that nigga out your way? Yes or no? Yes or no? Because the politics of boxing want to see y'all niggas fight. I don't think that these sanctioning bodies will put Keyshawn Davis #1 multiple times with belts that Shakur Stevenson currently holds. They did it in the WBC when he was at 135. They doing it now at 140 when you have the WBO. So how many times do they have to rank a motherfucker #1 in your sanctioning body for you to be like, you know what? Fuck it, let's fight. Why is it that y'all so hesitant in fighting each other, man? It is literally no excuse. I could give a fuck if y'all families know each other. Shakur Stevenson that had multiple friends that he fought. That nigga said Jamel Herring was his friend. Beat the shit out of him. You couldn't even tell. Joint Gonzalez was this nigga brother-in-law at one point in time. Cooked him. Couldn't even tell. Richardson Hitchens is over at Chick Camp right now getting Raymond Ford ready for Oshaki Foster, and you be over here talking to this nigga like you willing to fight him. That's your mans, though. So why the fuck? Tank was your mans at one point in time. Tank was your mans, right? Y'all was real cool. You willing to fight that nigga? So this guy's your friend, you'll fight him. This guy's your friend, you'll fight him. This guy was your friend, you fought him. This guy was your brother-in-law, you fight him. But Keyshawn, oh no. Oh no. We can't do this shit. No, that's my brother. Our families know each other, man. It just be so awkward fighting each other. Both y'all niggas pussy until y'all show otherwise. I'm sorry. I know we got a lot of Shakur Stevenson fans in here. You know what I mean? My boy Ray, he's a big Shakur Stevenson fan. You know what I mean? We got some Keyshawn Davis fans as well, but I can't ignore this shit. And I would say this shit about any of my favorite fighters if they was on some whole shit too. So this ain't me targeting niggas. I want to see these guys fight each other. I do, and I'm sorry. I could give a fuck about their little excuse about their families knowing each other and them being friends, being best friends since they was teenagers. Respectfully, nobody gives a fuck. I'm sorry. Don't nobody give a fuck. David Benavidez was acting like this, saying, oh, Bip was my friend. Oh, Artur better be me and him like this, man. I would call David Benavidez a bitch. If Jerron Ennis was like, oh, man, yo, me and Virgil like this, man. Yo, but me and Josh Kelly, though, bro, we go back since the amateurs. I would say that Boots is acting like a bitch. But guess what? These niggas don't do that shit, so I don't have to worry about them. Y'all niggas, y'all pissing me to... I'm trying to tell you, like, it's very frustrating being a boxing fan when it comes to this situation right here. You feel me? Because Shakur Stevenson, like, oh, you know what I'm saying? He said he was gonna vacate that WBO. You know what I mean? Pretty much give his little bro Keyshawn his leftovers and go back down to 35. You still got the fucking belt there, so you're full of shit, first of all. Because you say you was gonna vacate it as soon as you won it and then go back down. You still at 140. You still have the fucking title. Keyshawn Davis is #1 now. So are you going to – what's the plan? What's the plan now? Keyshawn already lied. He said he was going up to 147 in his next fight after he beat Jermaine Ortiz. The nigga fighting Nair Albright at 140, from what I understand. Can somebody correct me in the chat? Is this a 140-pound contest or not? Because the last time I seen Nair Albright fight, he was fighting Frank Martin. Damn near certain that shit was at 140 pounds. Keyshawn Davis bodied Jermaine Ortiz. Pretty sure that was at 140 pounds. So it's safe to say that these guys are going to be fighting each other at 140 again, right? All right, then. So what the fuck is we doing out here? Is y'all niggas going to fight each other or not? What's the real reason why y'all don't want to fight each other, man? Because we're not trying to hear this brother shit. I'm sorry. Y'all niggas not brothers. Y'all niggas is not brothers, man. And I know I ain't tripping because I'm hearing all these other boxers talk about it. That nigga, I seen Scooter Davis talk about, bro, I'll punch through my friend. You tripping. I'm hearing everybody in the boxing world. Boots was like, I don't really got friends in this shit. All these niggas is fake, phony. You in my way. It is what it is. You feel me? You got to get up out my way. Zab Judah was on fucking live with Keyshawn Davis the other day. And it looked like, I ain't gonna lie. Yo, I'm trying to tell you, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. Keyshawn looked like he was thinking about it. Keyshawn looked like he was thinking about it. I'm gonna tell you something about Keyshawn, right? He's a phenomenal fighter. Anonymous, you don't like Keyshawn. Keyshawn could fight his ass off. I ain't gonna lie to you. I like his style a lot. But what I'm gonna tell you is he ain't the smartest motherfucker, right? And I think that there's times where his emotions trump his knowledge. You know what I'm saying? Like his emotions trump his logic, right? So if you get Keyshawn Davis in the right state of mind, he'll flip that switch and be like, you know what? Fuck Shakur. I'll fight that nigga. Shakur, he's very aware. He's not as emotional as Keyshawn. He's a bit more strategic. He's a bit more patient. He's a bit more, he's smarter than Keyshawn. You know what I'm saying? So he knows when to, he doesn't lose composure often. You don't really see Shakur crashing out. You know what I'm saying? He always seems to be calculated with what he says. He knows what to say. He knows what to backpedal from. So he's not going to disrespect Keyshawn publicly because that'll destroy the whole brother narrative that they have. But Keyshawn's not like that. Oh, shit, look at the balloon. But Keyshawn's not like that. Keyshawn don't take time to think about shit because this nigga was raised by women. No disrespect to women, but a lot of women put their emotions before their logic. So that's the type of mentality he has because he didn't grow up with no real father figures. He said it himself, not me. So his mentality's different. You feel me? So one thing about Keyshawn, if you get that nigga mad, he'll flip the whole ship. This nigga will flip the whole script. You feel what I'm saying? And when Zab Judah was telling him, yeah, like our families knew each other, like he was like, oh, that wasn't awkward for y'all families though. And Zab was like, I mean, it could have been, but who cares? Like we the ones who made the choice at the end of the day. He said, and he was like, you ain't regret that shit? He was like, no, I don't regret nothing. Like it was worth it. And it was because, you know, even though Zab Judah lost the fight, we give Zab Judah a lot of respect for that fight because that was a memorable fight, very controversial. You know, Zab Judah had was having early success with Floyd, dropped Floyd. You know what I'm saying? Like he was doing his shit. He was doing his shit. Motherfuckers jumped in the ring and they started rumbling. You know, Roger Mayweather, rumbling and Zab Judah throwing punches at Roger in the ring. It was like a whole fucking episode. You know what I mean? Low blows and all types of shit. That fight was crazy. That shit was intense. You couldn't tell that them niggas was friends when they fought. We got a classic fight as a result of that. You know what I mean? Man, ain't nobody trying to hear that shit, bro. He saved me from unaliving myself, bro. No. Sound good. All right, he saved you from unaliving yourself. All right, well now why don't you repay him by fighting him and getting him, some money that could take care of him and his family? That'd be one of the most respectful things that you do. Because all Shakur been doing is taking opportunities from you. You don't even like Keyshawn. He took an opportunity from you. He stepped on your toes and got a signature win as a result of that. You know what I'm saying? He could have did what he did with Raymond Ford. Like, you know what? I ain't even gonna step on your toes at this Oshaki fight. You go ahead and you take care of that because that's the fight that you want. I ain't even gonna take that fight from you. You ain't do that for Keyshawn. That nigga treating Raymond Ford more like a brother than he treat you. If you ask me. You know what I'm saying? Cause that nigga Shakur told Oshaki, nigga, you ain't fighting. You gonna fight Ray, nigga. Ray the one who been trying to rumble you. You been acting like you don't want to fight him. You beat him, I probably come see you. He ain't tell Teofimo that shit. That nigga was like, oh shit, yo, Keyshawn, I know you at 140 right now. I know you're trying to get this Teofimo Lopez fight, but I ain't got no big fights at 35 right now. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna take this fight from you. You know what I'm saying? But don't worry about it. After I beat Teofimo, I'm gonna vacate this belt and you can just go ahead and fight for it. So I'm gonna take the biggest opponent that's available to you at this current moment, take that belt off of that guy that you wanted to fight. Then I'm gonna give you I'm gonna have you fight for a vacant belt against a lesser opponent. That's some real brother shit, ain't it? Is that some shit a brother would do? Is that some shit that a brother would do? If he really want to see you shine, would he take your work? Then the nigga used you as a spar partner to get ready for a nigga that you were supposed to fight. Yo, bro, I know I took your opponent. This is like, nigga, I'm taking your world title shot. I'm taking the best opponent, the biggest opponent that could change the trajectory of your career. And I'm gonna use you as a spar partner to get ready for Teofimo Lopez. But don't worry, you'll fight Jermaine Ortiz for nothing. Ooh-wee. Yo, Shakur pimp. He know what he doing, bro. That's a smart motherfucker right there, bro. He know how to take advantage of a dumb motherfucker, bro. Ooh-wee. That boy Shakur out here pimping these niggas, man. He got a whole stable of them motherfuckers, too. You know what I mean? This nigga told Richardson Hitchens, I'll fuck you up. Nigga told him that shit the other day. But brought this nigga Hitchens right over. Yo, help get my little bro Ray ready for Oshaki, man. Come on. Yes, Shakur. Yes, Shakur. Niggas go right over there. Yeah, bro. Shakur, my brother, man. Yo, one thing about Shakur, man. Yo, Shakur, man. One thing about Shakur, man. Disgusting behavior. That boy Bounce Back said them niggas lie every time somebody put a camera in front of them. Bro, and it's like them niggas have been media trained to say those things, right? I remember Keyshawn, it was a Shakur Stevenson vlog in the lead up to the TO fight. This nigga Keyshawn was like, yeah, you know what I mean? He bigging up Shakur. He was like, but Shakur is my brother and we'll never fight each other. Ain't nobody ask you that. How you felt the need to even say that? We talking about Shakur and you over here inserting yourself and you just want to make it clear that y'all not fighting each other because y'all brother. Bro, ain't nobody asked about y'all fighting on Shakur's vlog, bro. His vlog was in preparation for Tio. They focused on Tio. Why are you saying that? It's like that shit's like an instant response in their head. It was like they just programmed to say the shit. You know what I'm saying? Shit is crazy. Shakur got them niggas. Shakur got them niggas under a strict program. He ain't playing. My boy Rouse said, you remember that video back in 2024 when Keyshawn was ringside arguing with T.O. after the Jermaine fight? Yeah, he was like, I'll fuck you up, boy. I'll fuck you up, boy. He probably would have. Keyshawn probably would have whooped T.O. ass. Probably would have stopped him, to be honest with you. How the way he looked against Jermaine Ortiz, probably would have chopped T.O. the fuck up. But we'll never know. I remember, Keyshawn Davis, I remember they was like at a fan expo with some shit. He seen T.O. at the fan expo, ran down on him, was trying to get a fight with him and all that shit. So he was doing the right things to get that fight in motion. Here comes Shakur. Beat William Cepeda. Can't get no big fights at 35 for whatever reason, even being with Turkey Al-Sheikh. I mean, fights falling through with Schofield, and he had to pull out of a fight when he was trying to rumble Joe Cortina. So he got desperate. That nigga Shakur was like, man, how can I get a big fight now? He ain't think for 1 second, oh, well, Keyshawn trying to get that fight. Nope. He said, let me move up and wait. Take this opponent off this nigga Keyshawn so I could level up and shit. I don't know. They ain't no brother shit. That was really your brother. How you claim you to be like, you know what I mean? I'm going to let Keyshawn get that opportunity first because he been chasing that fight. He been at 140. You know what I mean? I want him to get his time. I want him to get his moment. Now Keyshawn got to go up to 47 to chase another moment. But from what I'm hearing, this nigga Shakur might fight Dev. They saying that it ain't true. They saying there's false rumors and all that shit. Bro, if Shakur about to sign this fucking deal with Zuffa, how Chris Mannix is saying right now, and this nigga Devin Haney's in the process of closing out a $100 million deal with somebody that may very well be Zuffa, who the fuck is to say that they won't fight each other? Now, y'all also got to remember, I don't even think Zuffa has 140 pounds as a weight class, and they shit. So they probably just had them both fight each other at 47. It says, who do you think would win a fight between Shakur and Keyshawn? Hypothetically, that's a good fight, man, because Shakur, that would be a chess match, and because they know each other so well, that should have basically be like a sparring session. Because they done got so many rounds together, bro. They understand each other's tendencies. They know what they lean more towards. You know what I'm saying? I think it's gonna come down to who's more aggressive, who takes more chances. You know what I'm saying? I think it's gonna come down to who's the effective aggressor. And Keyshawn Davis is typically the more aggressive guy, but Shakur Stevenson is more sound defensively, in my opinion. I think he understands. I think he has slightly better range control than Keyshawn Davis. Keyshawn has some good defense, and he understands range well as well. But I think that when it comes to those two things, Shakur Stevenson is a genius at. Keyshawn might be very good in those areas, but I think Shakur is a genius in those areas, and I think there's a difference between the two. So I would give Shakur a slight advantage. I would give him the advantage, but Keyshawn definitely ain't gonna be no walk in the park, bro. He really not. This nigga crazy. This nigga just as crazy. I ain't even gonna post it. Yo, Anonymous don't be letting that motherfucker Anonymous be keeping Keyshawn in the guillotine. You know what I mean? He said, man, come on, Shakur, watch that nigga. Yo, that's funny. I mean, he probably would. Marissa says, so if Corey and Devin fight at 47, Shakur is going to come in 1 pound over. What? So if Corey and Devin fight at 147, Shakur is going to come in 1 pound over on a good night, 3 pounds over. I mean that's what he said. He says he walks around at 150 pounds. But like, who gives a fuck? Because at the end of the day, Floyd did the same shit. Y'all niggas want to be Floyd so bad, right? Yo, these niggas be wanting to be Floyd, want to be acting like Floyd until it's time to do some Floyd shit. Floyd will fight at 147, and that nigga will only go up to between 150 to 152. At 154, he'll weigh in 152. And weight would not move and still beat these niggas. These niggas don't want to do that, man. These dudes want to be like Floyd. They want to retire undefeated. They don't want to have they don't want to go against any type of controversy or adversity in their careers. They want everything to favor them at all times. That's what Shakur is. Shakur is a competitor, but he's not willing to roll the dice like the motherfuckers that came before him. Them motherfuckers that he looked up to, like Andre Ward, rolled the dice by moving up and weight and fighting a prime Sergey Kovalev and unifying in both divisions that he competed at. Terrence Crawford, he rolled the dice. He rolled the fucking dice, essentially moving up 3 weight classes to fight Canelo Alvarez, who was undisputed at super middleweight at the time. Like, those are the two guys that he looks up to. Floyd rolled the dice, going up to 154 to fight Oscar De La Hoya when Oscar De La Hoya was the face of boxing. You know what I'm saying? Fighting Diego Corrales at 130 pounds. Like, this is, fighting Gennaro Hernandez with only having a little over a year of boxing experience in the pros. Like, the motherfuckers scared to roll the dice, man. Like, Shakur, competitor, he wants you to, he want to compete and all that. He definitely got competitive bones in his body, but he ain't got that. He not the competitor where he willing to gamble on some shit. Shakur, when you talking about him fighting motherfuckers that's bigger than him, he talking about rehydration clauses. He talking about catch weights. He talking about shit like that. Motherfuckers like Manny Pacquiao did it and all that. So, you know what I mean? That ain't the first time we heard that, but you can't be popping all this shit. If you at the top spot, then you got to get out of my way. I'm the best. I love when y'all talk shit. It just motivates me. And what the fuck? What else he said? He said, I've been told y'all nobody beats me at my best. I'm at my best now, and forever I will be until I hang these gloves up for good. Bro, all right, so it shouldn't be no problem fighting niggas at 47. It shouldn't be no problem fighting your brother Keyshawn Davis, because I'm sure that applies to him, right? When you say nobody beats me at my best, I'm sure that applies to Keyshawn Davis because he's a somebody. I don't know, bro. This shit is confusing. I ain't gonna lie. Anonymous said he ain't nothing like Bud either. Bud went to Canelo's weight, no cash weight, no rehydration. Thank you. That's all I'm saying. Like, y'all motherfuckers, y'all want to this nigga Shakur. Well, that nigga slide over to Omaha to watch Bud train. You know what I mean? He going to Bud's retirement parties and parades and all that shit. Andre Ward used to be his manager. Andre Ward be coming into his camps to give him game, and they having conversations. He asking for all this advice. This motherfucker had Bud, Floyd, and Andre Ward in his locker room at the same time for that Edwin De Los Santos fight. Right? And I remember there was what was that fight? It was either the Edwin De Los Santos fight or it was the Artem Harvatuyan John where Floyd, Andre Ward, and Bud was in the building supporting them at the same time. The fucking triple threat, nigga, like the 3 niggas who like really putting on for boxing, all retired undefeated. Them 3 motherfuckers right there came out to watch, Shakur Stevenson fight. And then when Andre Ward Andre Ward was giving him advice, he pushed back on Andre Ward's advice. When Terrence Crawford was giving him advice, he pushed back on Terrence Crawford's advice. So it's like, bro, if you got these niggas around and you look up to these niggas, why the fuck is you giving them niggas pushback when they trying to give you some type of criticism? Nigga, they could have. I'm sure there's motherfuckers who will pay. Y'all let me know if I'm lying, chat. I'm pretty sure that there's niggas who would pay to get some type of advice from a Floyd. I'm sure there's niggas that will pay to get some type of advice from Andre Ward or Floyd Mayweather. Big money too. And they giving you the game for free and you push it back. Do you want to get to where these niggas want to go or not? Are you cut like these niggas or not? Because based off of how the way you moving, it don't really give that feel. Shakur gives scary vibes, though. I ain't gonna lie. He be super confident to fight somebody when he sparred them in the past and all that shit. Sparred William Cepeda, sparred Jamel Herring, sparred Oscar Valdez, sparred Joet Gonzalez, sparred this nigga, sparred that nigga, sparred Tank, sparred Devin. That's why you be popping all that shit. All right, you sparred Keyshawn, so what's the problem in fighting him? Ralph said Floyd wasn't no super welterweight. He only weighed 150 when he would fight there. That's a fact. Beating them niggas just off pure skill. Off pure skill, giving them niggas work. Oh, Floyd fought Canelo at a catch weight, bro. It's a difference. Canelo offered the catch weight. He offered the catch weight. There's literally articles out here right now that said that when they was calling out Floyd, when Canelo was out here pumping his chest, young, undefeated, what was he like, 42-0 when he fought Floyd? This motherfucker was like, yeah, we'll fight Floyd at a catch weight. Yeah, we'll fight Floyd, which was the dumbest shit in the world. So Floyd was like, okay, let's fight at a catch weight then. So it wasn't like Floyd proposed that. He obliged him. It ain't like Devin talking about, oh, I'll fight Shakur at 144. Why would he do that? Devin's a 147-pound fighter. You know Dev don't fuck with no catch weights, because if he did, he would have fought Boots at 152. He didn't. Understandably so. Mick Doonan said people forget that Canelo actually signed a co-promotional deal with Floyd for that fight in his next 5. But regardless, man, it said Shakur has to rematch Santos. They saying Santos gonna rematch Rayo Venezuela. That's what they saying. Edwin need to get active. Edwin need to get active, and he need to stop bitching because he acting like Hitchens right now in terms of like moving up in weight. Edwin need to stop being a little fucking turkey. Realize that he's diminished. He's fried at that weight class, which is 135, and he need to move the fuck up before it's too late. And then when he get up to 140, he gonna be weight drained at 140 as well, and then he gonna end up getting starched. I tell you what, Rayo got stopped by Edwin De Los Santos early, and the first time they fought. But Rayo done earned some stripes since then. He done had a lot of learning experiences since then. He's been a better fighter since then. Edwin been sitting around playing. They said blood clots and all that shit. He having some real serious shit going on. And then when you was about to finally fight somebody, your fight got scrapped. So Edwin got a lot of catching up to do, man. I don't know how he gonna perform against Rayo in this fight. These are two different versions of these guys. My boy Tricks in the building said, Mazuma, if they fight next at 147, who do you favor, Haney or Shakur? No rehydration clause. At 147, man, Man, that's I would say a 50-50, bro. Like I really would say a 50-50. But something about Shakur Stevenson being concerned about fighting at 47 for some reason is making me feel like Shakur doesn't believe in his abilities at that weight class. So I might get a slight edge to Devin Haney because he is bigger. You know, he'll feel more comfortable at that weight. I don't know. Maybe Shakur feels like he'll be sluggish at 147. You know, they said that Shakur had to eat to make 135, and now he's at 140. You know, at 147, he might be a little bit out of his, domain. Like, we got to understand that Shakur turned pro at 26. So he's already a 4-division champion. 5 might be a little bit too much for him. A lot of top-tier fighters, they usually cap off at 4 divisions. Floyd was just different. Tommy Hearns was just different. De La Hoya was just different. Pacquiao was just different. Not everybody going up multiple weight classes like that. A lot of dudes usually cap off at 4, like Canelo, Mikey Garcia, Adrian Broner, fucking Terrence Crawford. Right? Terrence Crawford did 5. Terrence Crawford, 35, 40, 47, 54. Yeah, 68. That was a rare circumstance. If Terrence Crawford didn't get that one fight at 68, he'd have been a 4-division champion too. That's 21 pounds from 126 to 147. Yeah, but he outgrew 126 quick. So 30, he was at 30 for a little while. It seemed like it was a little bit of a sacrifice to make 30 for Shakur, but once he got to 35, it looked like smooth sailing. You know what I mean? Yeah, I'm gonna get a slight edge. If it's at 47, I'm gonna get a slight edge to Devin Haney. And I think Shakur know that, which is why he's asking for a rehydration clause and a catch weight. He knows he's at a disadvantage if he goes up there. Shakur's not that type of competitor where he's willing to go against disadvantages. He's not. He's not cut like them dudes he look up to. He not. I'm sorry. Prove me wrong, though. That's all I'm saying. Make me sound stupid for this tape. Prove me wrong. I got no problem admitting I'm wrong. I mean, if you this top fighter that you claiming right here in these series of tweets, nobody beats you at your best. Top spot, mine. All right, part of having that top spot is beating these motherfuckers that's at the top with you. Floyd did it. Ward did it. Bud did it. Bud got rid of Errol Spence and Canelo. Floyd got rid of Cotto, Pacquiao, fucking Canelo, Juan Manuel Marquez, Shane Mosley, Ricky Hatton, De La Hoya. Did it. Andre Ward did it. Mikkel Kessler, Carl Froch, Edwin Rodriguez, fucking Sergey Kovalev. You feel what I'm saying? Arthur Abraham. Like Andre Ward did this shit. Bud did this shit. Floyd did this shit. You acting funny when it's your turn. Yeah, Joseph Jackson. We were just talking about that earlier, brother. Shakur finalizing the deal with Zuffa. Hey, man, they saying Devin Haney doing the same thing. Don't be surprised if they announce Haney signed and Shakur signed at the same time. I don't find it to be a coincidence that they're talking about Devin and Shakur fighting each other. Then all of a sudden, both of these guys being signed, finalizing deals with Zuffa. That's not a surprise to me at all. Happy birthday to Marissa. So everybody in the building that hasn't told Marissa happy birthday, please let her know that she is appreciated in the chat. She turned a big 18, the big 18. 18. It's a big milestone in life. Happy birthday to Marissa Alvarez. She said, you need to check out Andre Ward's book. It is my top book that I have read. Man, I really do need to. You're right. But with how busy I am, Marissa, I think an audio book will work better for me. Yeah. Kessler and Abraham were the favorites going into the Super Six tournament, and Ward beat them. Yeah, they was overlooking Andre Ward that whole series. They overlooked him that whole series. I remember. They didn't think he was gonna win that shit. He was in a stacked division, bro. And the only reason why he didn't get that undisputed status is because that boy Butte ain't want no smoke. No smoke. Just like I'm not gonna say that about Adonis Stevenson. I don't know why Ward and Adonis Stevenson ain't fight. I think Ward was just done after Kovalev. But he has it in an audio book too. All right, bet. Yeah, I'm gonna check that audio book though. You seen Ward documentary? He a legend, new kid. I ain't get to see that neither, man. Really haven't. I feel like I know a lot of Ward's story though, so I feel like if I was to watch it, I would know a lot of it. But yeah. But yeah, man. Mick said Andre got the rub though to finish the tournament. They let him fight all at home. I mean, you got to give credit to his manager for that. Smart move. Smart move, man. Yeah, I think Ward would have beat Calzaghe too. Calzaghe was good though, man. I do think that a lot of his wins, I think he caught motherfuckers at the right time, but you know, all in all, Calzaghe is definitely a legend, definitely a Hall of Famer, and great in his own right. Trick said, Shakur said, I'll go up there on my time. When you want to be the face of boxing, you gotta do some great shit where there's a lot of doubt. Yeah. Yep. Floyd was doubted heavily. Floyd was doubted heavily when he fought Gennaro Hernandez. They thought that he wasn't experienced enough to beat him. When he fought Diego Corrales, a lot of people. Diego Corrales is on a killing spree. He was bodying shit. So even Floyd, I ain't gonna lie. Jay Prince said that Floyd didn't even want to fight him at first. He had to convince him. Fought him, he beat him. You know what I mean? I remember motherfuckers was acting like Ricky Hatton was gonna do something with Floyd. Because how the way Floyd packed up, the way Hatton packed up Costa Zoo and all that. He was undefeated. He had this big fan base out in the UK. I remember they thought De La Hoya was going to beat Floyd. And I remember all that shit. Yo, Lorenzo, I seen a video of Triple G knocking out Lucian Butte in the amateurs. That shit was bad. He knocked Butte the fuck out. That shit. But to be real, I heard Triple G was stepping on everybody in the amateurs. So that's another motherfucker who ain't want to fight Ward. Neither ducked the shit out of Ward. Yeah, I remember all that. I remember when Andre Ward was calling Triple G Little G. He was mad. He was like, no, we ain't calling him Triple G. From now on, we gonna call him Little G. I was like, damn. I said, what? Never. Wait, what? He was good. Don't never fought. Oh, Oatkey. Who the fuck is that? He said in 24 minutes he got a decline from Triple G team. Yep. He had the email on his phone. They turned the fight down quick. Yeah, that was it. Yeah, Abel Sanchez was talking crazy. Abel was really rocking out for Triple G. Right or wrong, he was bit him. So it was crazy when Triple G left him. As soon as he got that big deal with the zone, he kicked Abel Sanchez to the curb. And Abel Sanchez walked away from boxing for a little bit. Trick said Mazuma, people out here saying David Benavidez is using a Zuffa excuse to not fight Jai Opetaia. I don't think David is ducking. And David is right. There's a lot of politics with Zuffa. Right. See, that's the thing. David Benavidez has made it clear that he wants to fight Jai Opetaia. So it's not like he's saying, oh, no, I'm not going to fight him. It's not like he's, denying it. But he is letting it be known that considering the situation that Zuffa has with these current sanctioning bodies, it could be a little tough to make. Understandably so. Look what just happened with Jai Opetaia while he was an active IBF cruiserweight champion of the world, fighting Brandon Glatton on the Zuffa card. The IBF took their money, stripped him. So we're not going to act like there isn't some tension between between Zuffa and these sanctioning bodies. Like we do know that there is a situation with them. You know what I'm saying? So David Benavidez was speaking about the obvious, to be honest with you, but not one time did I hear him say that he's not fighting Jai Opetaia. And to be real, would I like to see them fight? Yes. But I would rather see David Benavidez give us the Bivol fight. I want to see that first. I want to see that first. I'd rather see Benavidez and Bivol fight. Bivol's fighting at the end of this month. We're going to see how the way he come back against Michael Eifert. And then, after that, maybe we could get something at, sometime after September, because Canelo got that September date. Maybe they could fight sometime in the end of the year. Why not? The IBF gave him the cash back. That's what's up. That's good to hear. I thought he got burnt out of that bread. PBC don't got the money to pay David and some big name. Man, as far as I'm concerned, David Benavidez is active. And what I heard was David Benavidez, by the end of this year, he's going to be his own promoter. So that's going to be huge. So that's going to let me know that PBC might still be involved in some way. But it sounds like after he's done with Sam Shaluku, is he going to be on his own time? He said at the end of this year, he'll be his own promoter. Trick said, facts, bro. Benavidez versus Bivol is a super fight ready to go. I agree with you, brother. Honestly, though, does Bivol want it, and can Turkey step aside or be a part of it? Great questions. I'm pretty sure that Bivol would be willing to fight him. You know what I'm saying? I think he would be. I don't perceive Bivol to be a duck whatsoever. Technically, he did duck Benavidez with giving up that belt for Benavidez to have. But I think that it wasn't necessarily because he didn't want to fight Benavidez. It was because Turki Al-Sheikh pretty much gave him an ultimatum. We spoke about that a few different times. Turkey has said something along the lines of like, yo, you know what I mean? You can either stick by your word and do this trilogy and we continue doing business together, or you could go ahead and fight Benavidez and abandon what we got going on right now. But remember, you know what I mean? Like we took care of you. I mean, we paid you money. You know what I mean? Choose wisely. So Bivol was like, you know what? Let me stick to this money over here. You know what I mean? Get this trilogy with Better Beef going on and see if I could revisit this later. That's what I personally think Bivol did. But Turkey Al-Sheikh has been blocking, fights from David Benavidez. I ain't gonna lie to you. I felt like he, like for one, I think he blocked that Bivol fight from me. We didn't none of us was really calling to see the trilogy between Better Beef and Bivol. They had great fights, but I personally feel like Bivol won both. So why would I want to see a trilogy, right? But I also remember that Turkey Al-Sheikh was making it seem like he wanted to see Benavidez and Canelo, but he didn't put in nearly as much effort in Benavidez Canelo than he did with Canelo and Terrence Crawford. Because Terrence Crawford is supposed to be his favorite fighter, so maybe his bias kicked in. So. $100 million bill. Hey, man. Yo, I seen Teofimo Lopez be hating, bro. Like, this motherfucker hate black people so much. He refuses to acknowledge it. IBA funding the trilogy. No Turkey involvement. Well, initially it was Turkey that was involved, but Better Beef and Bivol pretty much came together to ask Turkey, basically to fall back from it and that they were going to do the fight in Russia. But, Bivol ended up having back surgery. Now he got to fulfill his, IBF mandatory. So who knows if that trilogy even still going to happen. Personally, I don't give a fuck to see that fight. That fight has lost. That trilogy has lost whatever momentum it had. But I forgot what I was even talking about. Fuck. These comments be throwing me off. Bud, the only one who want to hold hands. Eduardo, you crazy, bro. Mick Doonan says, Better Be the more dangerous fight for David. He too square in the stance, I believe. I mean, I think they're both equally dangerous for Benavidez. But, Better Be, he's dangerous because he packs a big punch. He got some sneaky counters. We see David get rocked before. And one thing about Better Beef, he's highly regarded as one of the best knockout artists in the sport of boxing. So that'll definitely be a different type of obstacle for Benavidez because he's been in there with solid punches, but I don't think anyone to Better Beef's level. Then you got Bivol, who has great footwork. Good in and out movement, good counter punching, good timing, got solid power, got fluid combinations, decent hand speed. He typically controls the range very well. And that could I think the range control could give Benavidez some issues too. So I think that they both dangerous to Benavidez, but in different ways. Yeah, I do think. Yeah, Ralph, I do think that if Bivol and Better Beef fight each other again, I think it's going to be even easier for Bivol to win. You know what I mean? And I told everybody going into that rematch between them, I said Bivol is the one who has more opportunities to make adjustments because he's the more versatile fighter. Better Beef has got one way. You know what I mean? He is who he is. He has one approach. The only thing he can really change with that is his intensity, his aggressiveness. But Bivol, he's somebody who can actually box. You know what I mean? He has more tools in his toolbox, so he's the one that's more capable of making adjustments. And he made the adjustments and he won the fight. So I think going forward, it'll only get more and more easier for Bivol because he'll have a better understanding of Better Beef. The more of understanding he has of Better Beef, the easier the fight is going to be. Because it's not like Better Beef is going to change it to a totally different style for people to figure out. He is who he is. Yeah, Better Beef definitely ain't getting any younger. don't think Beterbie's getting any younger. I mean, we know for a fact he ain't getting any younger. He been old for a while already. Beterbie's got to be like 40, 41 years old, and he ain't got that much wear and tear in terms of like punishment taken in the ring. But he has injuries just like Bivol does. So Father Time could catch up to him at any moment, and he had an extensive amateur background too. So yeah, that shit piles up. You better believe that. Eduardo said, I got Daniel Dubois. Who say you? I got Fabio. I think Fabio's going to win. But I wouldn't be surprised. I think it's truly a 50-50 fight. I'm going with Fabio just because I feel like he's the fresher fighter, more durable. I think he got more heart. But you could have all of that. But if Dubois hit you clean, he could put your fucking lights out. And Fabio does get hit, so that's going to be tough. It's going to be tough. Let me take this last question right here before I sign off. Trick said, I was talking to someone about this fight, and I was thinking about when Bivol fought Canelo in Las Vegas. The judges almost robbed Bivol. I think the fight might only be possible in New York or Saudi. Yeah. Listen, whenever you going up against Canelo Alvarez, in the first round, you down 7-5. You gotta make that shit. You gotta figure something out. You know what I'm saying? So it's tough whenever it comes to fighting Canelo. Like Floyd got a majority decision over Canelo when everybody knew it was unanimous. But I mean, what do I know? Floyd was looking around. He was like, "What the fuck is this?" He was like, "Man, what the fuck is this?" When they said we have a majority decision, they said some shit like that. He was like, Floyd was like, "What the fuck is this?" Because he just smoked Canelo. Am I watching UFC 328 tomorrow? I kind of want to watch it because there's a lot of like attention centering around this card right here, and I haven't heard the UFC buzzing in a while. I ain't gonna lie. You know what I mean? They trying to promote this this White House card heavy and all that, but I feel like that shit definitely not buzzing, man. They fucked that shit up royally. Like, ain't no way you kick John Jones off of that card. And you got a bunch of like this is supposed to be like you got them fighting in the fucking White House, but you barely got any Americans on there. Topuria versus Justin Gaethje, Pierre versus Cyril Gane. Neither one of them Americans. Like John Jones deserved to be on that card, bro. They did John Jones so dirty. That should have been John Jones versus Alex Pierre. Now that would have been a fucking fight. A fucking fight, bro. Yeah, I don't know, bro. They tripping. Strickland versus Hamza gonna be a banger. It could be, but I think Hamza going dog him. Almost happened to Crawford against Canelo's. Canelo scorecards are ridiculous. Yeah, I don't know what it is. I don't know what these judges be doing when they come to Canelo, bro. I don't know if they just be already having them bitches filled out or what. Like, yo, Kobe Covington definitely did so much Trump dick eating and he didn't even get on the card. And he swore Donald Trump fuck with him like that. Don't even fuck with him. He be saying Khabib his favorite fighter, which is hilarious to me. Which card is better, the Mason card or the Davis card? I would have to look, but I'm thinking right now the Mason card. But let's look at Keyshawn's. I had to think about that one. I was like, who are you talking about with Davis? There's a few Davises. Definitely the Masons. Mason's card is better than Davis's, in my opinion. You got Keyshawn Davis, you got Brian Norman. All right, cool. It's more fights to look forward to, in my opinion, with Abdullah's card. I mean, Abdullah giving you himself with Joe Cordina, which is a good fight. You got that Yuri Cedeno fight. Wait, is that on here? No, I'm tripping. I'm thinking about something else. But you got of course you got Shushu, you got Tiger, you got Scooter Davis, and then you got the two Mason brothers. Yeah, I like the Mason card more. Yeah. Mick said, let's go Cordina. Man, you know Cordina about to get his ass whooped. Cordina got a sneaky ass right hand though. He put that bitch right behind his jab. So Abdullah gotta be, you know what I mean? You gotta be sharp defensively. He gotta see them shots, or at least he gotta be out of range so that right hand don't land. But Abdullah gotta be careful, man. Abdullah gets a little reckless at times, and like he forgets about his defense, and it's almost like he takes on this mentality where it's like fuck it, like let's shoot it out, you know. And nah, bro, no, we can't be doing that. Am I going to the Mason card? No. Did I ever see the schooling Cordina put on Shushu? No, I didn't. But one thing I know is that Abdullah is not Shushu. That's what I do know. I watched Kasase beat the dog shit out of Joe Cordina, though. Beat the fuck out of him. I don't know what that was about. Because Joe Cordina looked like he got some skills. So I don't know. Maybe it was the weight class. They said he was drained or whatever the class, John. Did I see Greg live last night when BFTB came on? No, I didn't see that at all. I went to sleep early last night, man. Like I said, like I'm going live regularly. Ain't nothing changed, but there's gonna be times where like I go to sleep early. You know what I'm saying? I went to sleep at like 10:30 last night. 10:30, 11. All right, Mick. Look, man, yo, Mick, I still remember you saying Abbas Barau was gonna stop Xander Zayas. I remember that. He's 10 times the fighter in Noakes. Yeah, but the problem, you know what the problem is when I was watching Joe Cordina, all he knows is come forward, come forward, come forward. I seen him get hurt against Kasase. He didn't think not one time to use his legs and move, tie up, none of that. Joe Cordina is one of them motherfuckers that based off of what I've seen that he lives by the sword, he dies by the sword. You don't want to do that with somebody like Abdullah Mason, man. You really don't. You don't want to do that. Because I don't think he has the durability of a Sam Noakes. Who was getting fried? Who was getting fried? Young T? Oh, shit. All right, well, I'm going to get up off here, man. I'm going to go ahead and check that out, Young T. I'm going to go ahead and check that out. Cordina can move for sure, bro. No, I'm saying like a lot of – so when I'm looking at Cordina's best moments, when he's most effective, Nick, is usually when he's on the front foot and he's being aggressive offensively. What I pay attention to is how the way fighters respond during adversity. So when they get rocked, when they get dropped, whatever the case is, And I see Kasase hurt Joe Cordina. And there's a few ways you go about that. When you're hurt, you can either tie up, use your legs, but you want to get through that round. You want to get through that round. When I seen Kasase hurting Joe Cordina, all I saw him do was shell up and absorb punishment. Bad tendency right there. With somebody who is as sharp and accurate of a puncher as Abdullah Mason, when he gets you hurt, you do not want to sit there and voluntarily take extra damage. Abdullah is very aggressive. He has solid punching power. He's very accurate, great conditioning, and he's a pretty good finisher too. So it's going to be interesting to see if Joe Cordina, because anything can happen in boxing. You might be right. You might be right. Anything can happen in boxing. But it's going to be interesting to see if Abdullah hurts Joe Cordina, how he's going to respond. If he sits there and he just gets bombed on by Abdullah Mason, he's going to be in trouble. And he has to be careful because that fight is happening in Cleveland. This is a hometown fight. They want Abdullah to win. So Joe already got some shit going against him off rip. If he's hurt and he's not responding, the referee will jump in almost immediately. So gonna be interesting. Man. But that's my live for the day, man. I appreciate everybody that came through and show love as always. If y'all go ahead and hit the like button on the way out, that'd be very much appreciated. I'll be back at y'all with another live tomorrow night, 10:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, to continue cooking up on what's going on in the boxing world, man. Until then, I hope you guys have a blessed, beautiful one. I'm up out of here, man. Peace.